Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church, Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations, where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lecture. I thought today for Friday we jump into the lesson that's assigned for morning prayer from the book of Proverbs. We're on chapter 15, beginning at verse 16. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife. The way of the slothful man is a hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Folly is a joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good it is. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. Okay, so again, this is the wisdom literature, right? The book of Psalms, the wisdom of Solomon, things like that. And Proverbs are considered wisdom literature. They give us the idea of how it is that we can best live in relationship with God. And in the case of book of Proverbs, how to live in relationship with other people as well. So what do we do with this? Well, first of all, I think we start out, it's better to have the fear of the Lord and be poor than it is to have great treasure and be lost, right? Be lost spiritually. And the idea, and he builds on this theme, right? Better to have a dinner of herbs where love is, right? Being, if you don't have any meat with it, what good is it, but it's better to have that and that alone, and to have God and the love of God and the love of family and friends than it is to have all the meat, right? Which is the proper human diet, but to not have that, but to have hatred, right? So again, he's weighing these things. He said, even if it's a lesser situation, if we have the things of godliness, so fear of the Lord, love of God, and love of family, it is better for us to have it, right? Folly is a joy to him that's destitute of wisdom. But the man of understandeth walketh upright. And again, all these wonderful sayings that help us to think about, and you take one at a time, like a nice slice of meat, and yeah, this would be good. And figure out how it works. So anyway, I always find the wisdom literature to be very helpful that way. And for me to take something like the man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and in a word spoken in due season, how good it is, right? In other words, to be able to do right, to have the joy of what is good and holy and true, rather than just going after wisdom for the sake of the going after. And how many people love to introduce ambiguity into things where the answers are plain and clear to us in Scripture. So anyway, so take a bite. You need to maybe take one verse at a time, or maybe take two, and digest it and let it sink over and over again in your head and in your heart. That's the best way to digest this wisdom literature. So today's Friday, no public worship today. It's Father Kelly's day off. Doesn't mean I won't actually be working. And of course, I certainly will be praying, and I hope that you will too be praying for St. John's, praying for the church and the world. And God willing, this weekend we'll see you in church. May your Friday be full of blessings.